Now that you've been playing the character for a little while, are you finding that the writers are kind of writing to you and to your own personal quirks or style? I mean, are we incorporating more music, maybe?
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, and in a lot of different regards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and with the music as well, which is really cool. I've got some more singing coming up.
Nice.
As
Off the rooftop? Are you singing someone off the rooftop?
Whether or not it's going to be in people's best interest that I'm singing more is up to the viewers to decide. But I will be singing more.
Okay.
It'll make my mother happy, but maybe nobody else. And then, yeah, you know, I think at this point there's definitely a fair amount of overlap between Wilson Bethel and Wade Kinsella, and also a fair amount of character, you know. But I think that's what makes it both interesting for me to play on the character level and truthful for me to play on a personal level. You know, that I feel like I know this character. I feel like I believe in him,
right.
and I want the best for him.
Right.
You know, which is both like a really exciting thing as an actor, and also I feel like a really important thing to be invested in and wanting good things for the guy you're playing.
Right. Now, I just brought up the singing your dad off the rooftop, but what I love about the show specifically was the unexpected, at least I thought unexpected, relationship between you and Scott Porter.
Sure.
George and Wade.
Yeah.
How much of that going forward, not bromance, but just the friendship and the guys hanging
call
out
it
and
bromance.
being silly?
Let's
call
it
nobody
bromance.
likes that word anymore, so I didn't
Yeah.
want to say it. But, you know, how much of that going forward did we get to see you guys kind of like just having those fun moments of...
You're definitely going to see more of it, and I think it's also, you know, one of the nice kind of shadings or colorings of it is that, and I think you saw it in the last episode before we kind of went on hiatus, was that on the one hand, these are guys who are friends and who get along and who have a history together, but on the other hand, there's clearly this kind of undemarcated territory of Zoe Hart, where it's like there isn't a clear line as to who has dibs, and there isn't a clear line as to so that complicates their relationship.
Okay.
And you'll definitely see more of that. It's a bit I think confusing even for them as friends to kind of see how this weird love triangle is kind of playing out.
Okay.
But that said, the scenes that Scott and I have together I love, and partly because the characters are so different. I think it creates a lot of natural, real fun tension between them, but also having like the genuine brotasticness of it all is pretty fun to play.
Should we expect Wade to be the best man in this wedding? If it happens?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we'll see if it happens. I don't know. It's anybody's guess.
Okay.
But I don't know who would be the best man. That's a good question.
It doesn't seem like there are that many friends.
That doesn't.
Which sounds terrible. I didn't mean it to sound terrible. But
no, I mean we haven't been introduced to that many of George's friends, so maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Great. Thank you so much.
Cool,